Hello there, Dr. Charlie here. Welcome to today. Let us take our 3 deep breaths and jump into our Charlie chats. Breathe all the way into the bottom of your belly. Let us talk about unexpected joy. First of all, shout out to Sydney Sweets. Oh, let's see if I can get that going. Yeah, yeah, sort of. There. Me trying to hold this up properly. Shout out to Sydney Sweets, based out of New York, who makes cake in a jar. As you see, my cake in a jar is empty. This was the red velvet. Shout out for the red velvet, sydneysweets.com, sydneysweets.com. I'll leave a link because this cake was delicious. And I've been waiting on this cake for a week. I ordered some for myself and my sister in a different state. My mom got some. We are excited about our cake in a jar party, so thank you for that. My sister, speaking of my sister, she does a couple of things. One of those things is her happy pandemic moments. Hers this morning was that though her husband is still working full time, she's gotten to spend more time with him. And they watched an hour-long show that they both like without falling asleep. They're a little less tired coming home from work. Or she's a little less tired because she's not working, though she is absolutely home with the children and having to entertain her 3 small ones for all day, all the time. So, wondering about what's bringing you joy in this moment. Sometimes I can't. My sister, she posts these happy pandemic moments, and then she asks, what's your happy pandemic moment? And I don't know. I have been pretty okay throughout all of this. This cake just brought me a whole lot of joy, and I've been thinking about this cake for a week now. But really connecting with people, which I consider myself an introvert, so sometimes that gets to be too much. But really finding joy in small moments. I took a walk yesterday, and normally I am really present to everything around me, to nature that is around me as it is around me. And instead, I put my headphones in and I was listening to my music. Stevie Wonder radio is always a great choice for me. And Bill Withers' song "Use Me." Wow, we don't have to get into the semantics of what that song is talking about, but boy, that bass line is heavy. That was my moment of joy yesterday, and I'm trying not to sing at the top of my lungs while these are in my ear. I'm kind of in my own private world, and yet out in the actual world as well. So trying not to just belt that out so that my neighbors could also hear. What's bringing you joy right now? What, who, where, when? Maybe it's the time away. Maybe it's your conference call in a closet. Maybe it's a good book. Books I'm reading are heavy. I just finished Selfish by Naketa Thigpen. Shout out, who is a friend of mine. Lots of shout outs in this video. Her book was heavy. It was very good, but it was very heavy. Especially the beginning part. There's so much heft to that. And the other book I'm reading, another book I'm usually reading 4 at a time. I think I'm reading 2, more or less. And that is Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward. That's also a heavy book. The foreshadow in that book is, is weighty. It's very, very weighty. And so those aren't necessarily bringing me joy per se. It's been a really healthy and robust book season for the sister friends of mine. Naketa's book I just told you about, Selfish. Oh, wait, it's right here. Oh, as I move my empty cake jar. Selfish. Let's get into there. By Naketa Thigpen. Oh, can you see that? No. So I just finished that. Happy Birthday, Mally Moore. Also came in the mail recently. That's by Tiffany the Budgetnista Alice. So that's bringing me joy, being able to support people I know and pseudo know. Tiffany the Budgetnista, she's in her group that reaches 500,000 women. She's everybody's best good friend, kind of in our heads, but maybe not in real life for most of us. But really, just I'm elated to be able to support the wonderful work that the folks around me are doing. Michelle McAllister also, I have her first book, and it is excellent. I met her 10 or so years ago at a women's conference, and she was one of the keynotes, and I've just been kind of enamored by her ever since. Maybe she'll see this. But her first book was really good. So sometimes you do things to support people and they turn out way better than expected. And I would say Michelle McAllister was that, as far as her book being so good. Like, I use her book as a teaching tool when I'm teaching regular classes, but also girls classes. And she had another book that's come out recently, something about your 9 to 5. I'm going to botch that up, but it came out, how to she talks about multiple streams of income. She is landlord in stilettos. So she real estate investing is her thing, but she's really made a wonderful presence for herself on Instagram and just having multiple streams of income. And she has a kind of a master group called Pinnacle that's open for enrollment now. You can find that at Landlord in Stilettos. I'm going to put so many things in the comments, but these things are bringing me joy. It's wonderful to be able to support just the people around me, the good folks who are doing this really good work. And again, there's several books that I've either purchased or just received from people I know. So that has been really awesome. That's my happy pandemic moment, sister. Oh, and you know what? That cake is all up in here, and that's the best kind. And the cake made me so happy. So I do turn that question back to you. What is bringing you joy in this moment? I will watch this video and put all these links in here so that you can get you some joy as well. And you can share in the joy I'm having if you need to. If you don't have any joy, I got plenty. You can share mine. So let's just breathe in our joy and release our stressors. Let's do that twice more. Breathe in your joy. Hold it in your belly and let it fill all of your cells. And breathe out your stressors. One more time. Breathe your joy into your body. It belongs inside of you. Bursting out. And let your stressors go down into the earth. It is always my esteemed pleasure and distinct honor to share this time with you for Charli Chats. And there's a couple places you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Dr. Charli Brown. And if you add a .com to that, drcharlibrown.com, you can find me at my website. Until we meet again, I absolutely want you to take great care.